So, this is part two of spirits who seek or which seek spiritual and physical recognition. In the first video, I spoke about how babies who never made it into the physical realm somewhat affect your relationship sphere of your life. And I know that I spoke to ladies, but I just want to emphasize that this does not only apply to ladies, it applies to both genders. So to those guys who have to a certain point given money to their girlfriends or one night stands or whatever to go terminate a pregnancy, this will also hinder your success in the world of the living, the physical realm. Now, what I want to bring to your attention is that anything that's, or any spirit that's in the spiritual realm has got so much power, in a sense that it can determine whether you make it or you don't in this life. And this is why sometimes when your life reaches a point of stagnation, they would say, Indaba isemsamo, right? Because your ancestors are in the spiritual realm. The child that you've decided that you don't want is in the spiritual realm. And they seek recognition from you as a father, as a mother. They seek that, they deserve that. So it's very important, like I've said in my first video, that you cleanse. Once the cleansing is done, and obviously given the procedure from your preferred healer, you will then have to name the child so that they get that recognition that they deserve. Another thing that I also want to bring to your attention is that the fact that these spirits, these souls, seek recognition, will not only affect your relationship aspect of your life, it will also hinder on your success at large, be it trying to finding work, be it starting a business that's not progressing, be it struggling in your studies or not performing at your current work, or just not achieving anything and everything that your heart desires. So it's quite important that once what's done is done, do the right thing. Tikokobeje, ask for forgiveness and do the rest that's required. Because if that doesn't affect your relationship aspect of your life, it will either affect your finances, might affect your growth as an individual, be it you want to become a successful business person. Like I said, this applies to both men and women. In my first video, yes, I was speaking to the ladies because they are the God. You know, I always say God is a woman because women give life. The fact that you can conceive and you can bring a soul into this world, to me, you are God. Beautiful ladies, you are God, right? But obviously, For you to conceive, there needs to be a male figure in the whole scenario. So it's very important that I speak to the men as well. Men, if you know that you've given money or you've decided to decline a pregnancy due to reasons known to you that I wouldn't really want to tap into, and you are struggling, part of the reason you are struggling, and to you ladies as well, it's that spirit that requires recognition. So, yeah, do the right thing, seek for forgiveness. I can't, or nobody should, judge you, but when what's done is done, do the right thing. This might affect a whole lot of things, a whole lot of spheres of your life. You might have kids today that you dearly love, but they will pay the price, be it now, be it in the near future. To a certain point, to a certain degree, someone has to pay the price. If it's not you, definitely your kids. If not your kids, your great grandkids or your grandkids. So, Bana ba moya, that's all that I was required to actually speak about today, because in this life, anything and everything that you do has a price. There is a price to pay, because as humans, we exist in the spiritual realm before we exist in the physical realm. Like I always say to a lot of people, a human being's life starts in the spiritual realm before it can get to the physical realm. And this is why when your enemies are trying to attack you, they start in the spiritual realm. For them to achieve whatever that they want to achieve with your life, they attack you in the spiritual realm. And this is why in your sleep, and if you're lucky, if your ancestors want to prove to you that they are alive and they're fighting your battles, you will see these things in your dreams. Another aspect that a termination or miscarriage might have a role in your life is trying to have kids. Your fertility might also be compromised, because that spirit continues to search for recognition. Depending on how potent it is in terms of ruling your life, in terms of determining certain aspects of your life that they become successful or not successful, that might also be one of the aspects that it might target. So, Bana ba moya, that's all that I had to say. This is part 2 and this is the last part. But I saw the need to actually do part 2 because I needed to speak to men as well. Also, they are affected in this. It's not just the ladies. Thokozani, Lesedi, Khanya, Tamaku, Tameng, Tobelaku, Locha. Thank you.